Hey guys, so this is a Quizzball Camp demo video. In this video, we'll be going over a music question on opera, and then we'll analyze the question and get some clues from it. So I'll start by reading the question. An aria from this opera abruptly shifts from 2/4 to 6/8 time after two characters sing the word andiam together. This opera's overture imitates the beginning of Gluck's Alceste by beginning with a loud tutti chord followed by crashing syncopated chords of the violins and violas. That D minor overture transitions without pause into an aria in which a man describes working night and day. Frédéric Chopin's set of variations on an aria from this opera inspired Robert Schumann to explain "Hats off, gentlemen, a genius." A woman in this opera begs her husband to stop pleading with an angry mob in Batti Batti o bel mazzetto. In this opera, the duet La ci darem la mano is sung by Zerlina and the title character, who is dragged to hell in Act 3. For 10 points, name this Mozart opera about a womanizer. And the answer is Don Giovanni. So when you're learning opera, the most important thing to do when you start learning about a new opera is to get a brief plot summary. So Don Giovanni is about a notorious sinner who you might know from literature as Don Juan. And there's a Lord Byron poem about him. And so this is sort of like a figure who originated in Spain, and he's known for sinning, for being a womanizer, doing all these bad things, and this opera is about his sins catching up to him and everyone exposing him as a sinner. So let's go through some of the clues in this toss-up. We'll split these clues into two categories: arias, which are the famous songs and clues that you need to know, and characters. And this is how you should split up your learning as well, to get all of the important clues from this toss-up. So let's start with the first line. The first line is about a famous aria called La ci darem la mano, which is an aria that shows up in the end here. This is a common thing for toss-ups to do, is they'll put the clue at the beginning, an obscure clue about an aria at the beginning of the toss-up, and then lead into saying the aria's name. And one of the things you can do to make arias memorable is just to listen to them. So let's listen to a short clip from this aria. So this aria is sung by the title character, obviously, Don Giovanni, and it's a duet with a character named Zerlina, who he's trying to seduce. So that's one famous aria. Let's go on. This is talking about the overture. Clues about the overture are usually pretty hard to buzz on because they're just musical descriptions, so unless you can play it out in your head, you're going to have a hard time buzzing here. But the next part is about the transition to another aria, in which a man describes working night and day. So that aria is Notte e giorno faticar, which is a quartet at the beginning of the opera, and that specific line is sung by Don Giovanni's servant, Leporello. So let's listen to a clip from that.
Mangiar male, mal dormir. Voglio far il gentiluomo e non voglio più servir, e non voglio più servir. No, non voglio più servir.
So this aria is famous because Leporello is singing about basically how he doesn't want to be a servant anymore. He talks about how he works really hard while other people are playing, mostly Don Giovanni, and he wants to stop working. Um, Next part is about a piano work that Frédéric Chopin wrote. Frédéric Chopin was a Polish romantic composer. He wrote a piano work called Variations on La Chitarem Mano, which is the aria we listened to earlier. And Robert Schumann, a German romantic, was very impressed by that. So there's that. Next one is another aria sung by Zerlina, Batti Batti o bel Mazzetto, and it's sung to her husband, Mazzetto, who's another character you might want to know about. Then the difficulty cliff is probably about right here, where it mentions La Chitarra in La Mano, sung by Zerlina, title character Don Giovanni. And then he's at the end of the opera. There's a big scene where he's dragged by a statue of the Commendatore, who's a guy he kills at the beginning of the opera, and the statue comes back and drags him down to hell. The last thing you need to know about Don Giovanni, which is not mentioned in this toss-up, is probably the most famous aria from the opera, and this is an aria sung by Leporello. It's cataloging all of the people that Don Giovanni has seduced.
Madamina, il catalogo è questo, delle belle che amo il padron mio, un catalogo che ho fatto io. Osservate, leggete con me, osservate, leggete con me.
So this is famous. It's called Madamina il Catalogo, or the Catalog Aria, and it's sung by Leporello. So if you learn all of these arias and these characters, you will be pretty set for most medium level, middle and high school toss-ups on Don Giovanni, and probably a few on Mozart as well. So that was our preview of our music class at Quiz Bowl Camp, where we'll be going over several operas and other musical works like this. And if you want to learn more about that, you should sign up for camp.